Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss chapter 9. Topic is tables. Tables are a grid of rows and columns. It is a combination of rows and columns. Generally, it consists of horizontal rows and vertical columns. If someone speaks 4 by 3, it means 4 rows are there and 3 columns are there. How to insert a table? To insert a table, we have two methods. Method 1, use the table tool to select the number of rows and columns you want. In the insert ribbon, click on table, release the mouse button and then draw the mouse down through the table grid. As shown in the diagram, select the number of rows and columns and move down till here you want to select the number of rows and columns. And second method is click on insert tab, choose table. In table, select insert table. A drop down list will be appear. In insert dialog box, select number of rows and columns and select an auto fit behavior. After click on OK. Now converting the existing text to table, we can convert the text to table also. In MS Word, you can easily convert it from written text to table, but text must be separated with some comma or tabs. And what is tab? A tab or comma indicate a column division. And follow the given steps to convert the existing text to table. It is a one mark question. What is tab? A tab or comma indicate the column division. Now steps are: select the text you wish to convert. Afterwards, select the insert tab. Click the table tag command. Select convert text to table from menu. A dialog box will be appear. Choose one of the option in the separate text add section. Otherwise by tabs, by paragraph, by commas and other. And click OK. Like this was the general text. We have selected the text, selected on insert, then tab, convert text to table. After doing the operation, the output is this one. Next part is to add a new row. To insert a new row, just place the insertion point in a row below the location where you wish to add a new row. Press right click from the mouse, a menu will appear. Select insert and insert row above option. A new row appear above the insert point. Like two options like this one. Elements are desktop, launchpad for your application and workshop and so on. So row is inserted above the selected row. We have selected this row and it is inserted just above the taskbar row. You can also add row below the insertion point for that, but select insert row below option on that case. Adding a column, for addition of column, same thing is there. Select insert option and select insert option. Afterward, insert column to the left or right side. For deleting column, just right click your mouse, a menu will appear. Select delete cell. Firstly, select the row column which you want to delete. Then right click. After right click, it will ask for delete cell and select delete entire row or delete entire column, whatever you want to delete, and press OK. Applying a table style. We can apply different type of table styles that are already present in your. Just click anywhere on the table. The design tab will be appear on the ribbon. Select the design tab and locate the table style. Click the more drop down arrow to see all the table styles also. And hover the mouse over the various style to see a live preview. And select the design style and table style will appear in a document. Adding border to a table. For addition of border, just follow the following step. Select the cell you wish to add a border. From the design tab, select the desired which style you want to apply, line, weight and pen color, and click the border drop down list. From the border drop down list, select the desired border type and border will be added to the selected cell. Merge cell, when we want to add two cells. Sometimes you need to insert merge row and columns. So it is very easy. Select the cell you want to merge and click merge cell in the layout ribbon. Like here two cells are merged together and the value will be automatically the first and second. So Select both, right click and click on merge cell in the layout ribbon and see the output after merging the cell. Okay, afterward, splitting the cell. Select the cell you want to split. Click split cell in the layout ribbon. Like it is merge cell. Select the cell, press right click and select the split option. It will divide it in two parts. Next part is selecting part of a table. Selecting part of a table. When editing a table, first you need to select the part of your table you want to change. While you just click and drag with mouse. Word also offers shortcut for selecting part of table. To select one cell, move the mouse pointer in the thin cell selection bar at the left edge of cell. You will know when it is in the right place because the insertion point will change to an arrow. And to select a row, move the mouse pointer in the table selection bar to left of row and then click. And to select multiple rows, select a click in the table section bar and drag up and down. And to select a column, move the mouse pointer to just above the topmost row of your column, where it will turn into a little black arrow pointing straight down and then click. And to select multiple columns, click just above the topmost row of the column and drag the left side. And for column selections, the shortcut key is Alt plus click, and for Alt plus double click or Alt plus click. And select show or hide button from a paragraph group of home tab to display the end of cell marker in a table. The end of cell marker looks like this. Next is images. A user can insert images in a MS Word document very easily. It's a great way of leveling up a document. Word offers a few ways of inserting image like insertion, clip art and pictures, insert from a file, insert from gallery. So adding clip art and picture to your presentation, it can be a great way to illustrate important information or add decorative accent to your existing document. So you can insert image from your computer. Just follow step. First, please select the insert tab. Click the clip art command in the illustration group. The clip art task pane appears to the right document. Enter the keyword in search for which you want to search. Like you want to search pics related to the city. Type that part and click on go to option. If you would like to search also, then clipart and office.com place a check mark next to include office.com also. You can search online also and then click go. And inserting clip art, just review the results from a clip art search. Place your insertion point in the document where you wish to insert the clip art and click an image in the clip art pane. It will appear in the document. Firstly, select the place where you want to insert. Afterwards, select the image and then press OK. Inserting a picture from a gallery, just click on Insert tab. Click the picture command in the illustration group. The Insert Picture dialog box will appear. Select the desired picture file from your computer and click on Insert button. And we can resize the pic from their corner. We can increase or decrease the size also, horizontally or vertically also. Proofing a document to check the grammar or spelling. Proofing is primarily important searching your document for error, both for grammatical or typographical error before finalizing your document. And Word provides you with the several proofing features that will help you produce professional error-free document. In this lesson, we will cover about proofing features including spelling and grammar tool also. Running a spell and grammar check. To run a spelling and grammar check, just click on the review tab and select the spelling and grammar command. The spelling and grammar dialog box will be appear. Then for each error, Word will try to offer one or more suggestion. Like suppose you have written COLOUR. COLOUR spelling is not valid in the dictionary of word. So it will offer like COLOR, COLORED. It will suggest one or two suggestion. Select from a suggestion or click change to correct the error. If no suggestions are given, you can manually type the correct spelling also. Like facility. Facility is as offered the spelling. Correction can simply be typed by in. We can directly type also. Because this spelling is also fine, so we can change it like this. Ignoring error. The spelling and grammar check is not always correct. Particularly with grammar, there are many errors. So if word says something is an error, you can choose not to change it. Depending on whether it's spelling or grammatical error, you can choose from the several options. For spelling error, options are ignore once, ignore all, or add to dictionary. And for grammar error, ignore once, ignore rule, and next sentence. It will skip one time without changing it. Ignore all, it will skip end word without changing it, and it will also skip all other instances. It will skip only one, it will skip all the instance of word in the document, and add to dictionary, it will offer to add that new word in the dictionary. It will never come up as an error next time. For grammar, same thing. Ignore once, it will skip the error without changing it. Ignore rule, this will skip the error and all the instance that related to this grammar rule. And next sentence, this skip the sentence without changing it and leaves it marked as an error. It means it will still show up if you do another spelling and grammar check later on. Automatic spelling and grammar check. In MS Word, we can also perform automatic spelling and grammar check. For doing the automatic spelling grammar check, three options are there. The red line presents a misspelled word, the green line presents a grammatical error, and a blue line presents a contextual spelling error. It means this feature is turned off by default. We need to do it on. Contextual spelling error is when a wrong word is used but the word is spelled correctly. Like for example, if I have written DEER Mr. Rideau, in that case DEER is a contextual spelling error because I should have used DEAR. Use the spelling check feature. Follow the follow step to activate the spelling check feature. Right click the underlined word, a menu will appear. Click on the correct spelling in the MS Word from a listed suggestion. The corrected word will appear in your document. And you can also choose ignore and an underlined word also. And for using the grammar check feature, just right click on the underlined word, a menu will appear. Click the correct phrase from the listed suggestion and the corrected phrase will be appear in your document. And same thing, you can also choose to ignore an underlined phrase also. It means you can ignore for a time also. Next is print preview. It is the view of document. Print preview display exactly how the document will look after being printed. So you open print preview with file, and print preview is in the right side of print pane. That will hide your document. You can make all of your choices about how you want to print here. What page, orientation, number of copies. And no editing anywhere. The ability to edit in print preview was started with in 2010, which means the feature is not there at all. For printing a document, just go to print pane. If you only want to print certain pages, you can type a range of pages also. Otherwise, print all pages. Select the number of copies. Check the collect box if you are printing multiple copies of a multi-page document. And select a printer from a drop-down list. Select a printing option like number of copies, printer to print, number of pages to print, and so on. Whether the copy need to collect, orientation of paper, and set margin also. Afterward, click on the print button and it will be displayed in a hard copy format on your paper. So in this chapter we have covered about the advanced features of MS Word. In next session we will meet with next chapter. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number 999 111 8890. Thank you. Have a nice day.